Alright kids, here we go. Got a few errands to run. Kind of on the fence about what I'm doing in what order. I like to make the order of my trips efficient. I guess I'll go this way. I don't usually go this way out of here. Mikey's working hard in the yard. Hey neighbor. Let's see. So I got two neighbors named Mike. One of them is old enough to be the other one's dad. So, for simplicity's sake, excuse me, we do Mike and Mikey, which I'm sure they love. Well, they might not know. Anyway, I thought I had to go to Target today, but I don't. The messages that I've been getting from them about a prescription being ready are not pertinent. It's neither prescription is something, neither is, neither are. Neither of them are something that I need right now. Actually, it would be quite a while before I need. So, I'm not in any hurry to go to Target if I don't have to. And I'm going to be right there at the chiropractor. But one of them is insulin, which requires refrigeration. And I would not be coming right home and did not want to try to keep it safe in a cooler with ice. Just to be on the safe side. Like I said, I don't need it right now anyway. It's the insulin that I use the least and have the most of, actually. Probably because I use it the least. But in spite of going on Jardians, and my doctor's telling me to cut the insulin in half, I am not off of insulin, and I am now taking more than half. So my doc was wrong about the effect of that medication on my blood sugar levels. I'm taking 70% of what I was, which I guess it's better than 100%, but I'm taking 70% of the insulin that I used to take once I started Jardians. My understanding is there is another dosage level, and that may be something my doctor does the next time I see him, which is about 6 weeks, I think. So he'll want to know how this is going, and well, it's funny that he'll ask me that, but he can do the lab work and see for himself. And then I'll tell him, yeah, I'm taking 14, whereas I was taking 20, put it that way. So, got errands today. Got yard work that really needs done at some point. Don't know when that's going to happen because of the heat. Actually, it's supposed to be a little cooler tomorrow, so tomorrow's probably going to be the day that I decide to do that yard work. And once again, it is probably just going to be the front yard and edging the driveway. Unless I get a real early start, it's just too damn hot to do all that stuff this time of year. It's great grass cutting weather in November. Summers in South Carolina. I don't subscribe to global warming. I don't really think it's a thing. I think it's a trend that varies. I think there are ups and downs to our average temperatures, and they may be trending upward a little bit. But I just feel like, because I don't feel like it's any hotter or more humid than it was when I was a kid, this sure as hell affects me worse. I I go out in the garage in the afternoon to try to get a little more exercise, and I just can't. I really struggle. Once I get started, I'm okay. But if it's intense cardio, no way, dude. I'm dying. I would rather do really intense intervals where at least I can take a break every now and then and have a drink and wipe the sweat off of me. But yeah, that relentless intense cardio, can't do it. I took my walk this morning, 3 point whatever miles, and did my abs, and then I decided, since it wasn't blistering hot yet, that I would go ahead and knock out a 5K on the ski, so I don't have quite as much to do later when it's hotter. Probably should have got a quicker start on these errands, but I didn't. So there's that. Wanted to enjoy my breakfast, catch up on sports news a little bit, talk to my father a little bit, and now I'm on my way. Conversations with my father aren't great. They can start off reasonable, but very quickly he is somewhere else, and the subject matter will change quickly. He has no problem completely going in a different direction. The most recent conversation started, I asked if he had seen on the scroll there on the bottom of ESPN about a coach that had an emergency surgery. And he had seen it already, so I was not going to be breaking news to him. But he took it in a different direction and asked me some sort of weird question about another coach. I guess he did keep it in the Premier League at least. And then it went to Bundesliga. And then it went to the Little League World Series. We talked about that for a minute. And he had a legit question that I don't know the answer, but I'm going to have to do some research. And then he went back to coaches, all the way back to the very beginning of the conversation. So either he is brilliant at remembering what we were talking about 5 minutes earlier, or he doesn't know what we were talking about 5 minutes earlier. Anyway, as unfun as most of this caregiving has been, because I'm doing things for my father I'd have never imagined I'd do for anyone, especially the man who wasn't always the nicest man. I do realize that I'm going to miss when he's gone talking to my dad about sports. That's what we've always had. If you're not a sports person, you don't get it. If you're not the son of a man, you might not get it either. And not all sons bond with their dads over sports, but I always have with mine. We don't have a whole lot else in common. Sports and fart humor, I guess. That's about it. So, when I had the chance to talk to my dad about sports, I take the opportunity. Fun or not, and short-lived or not. That's just the way it needs to be for my own sake. I don't want to regret not talking to him any more than either one of us are capable. So, yeah. So there's that. Alright, so I am just leaving the chiropractor. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit something I don't think I told you before. I know I mentioned before two of the chiropractors at the joint, Dr. Sunny, and well, I called him Dr. Seven because I was trying to not tell his name, but I just told you his name. Dr. Seven and Dr. Turd. I won't use his name. Well, Sonny told me that Dr. Turd was leaving, and I was greatly relieved. He said, I'll see you Friday. I said, all right, cool. So last Friday, I got there way earlier than I really anticipated, not even considering the fact that any earlier than normal, and they're not open. So I got there before they were open, and actually got out of the truck and everything, walked up to the door and realized the door was locked, and then I clued in that they weren't open yet, and I was there early. And I had said earlier in the video that if timing was such that I would stop there on the way home after work. If I had realized I was that early, I probably wouldn't have stopped there. I would have just gone on home. But I did. I stopped, so I thought, well, hell, I'll sit here and wait. So there was actually another guy sitting there waiting. He was asleep. So I don't know how much earlier he got there. He was in his truck, asleep. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and I can see a little bit through the glass. You know, the bright outside, the dark inside, glass isn't always easy to see through. I'm sitting there, and sure as hell, there's Dr. Turd. And I thought, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm leaving. So I did. I didn't go back. And I thought, if nothing else, I know that I can see Sonny, Dr. Sonny, Tuesday, today. Without Dr. Turd being there. That's a day he's not normally there. So I stopped in. Actually, I screwed up. Things took longer at Home Depot and Lowe's than I thought they would. So I ended up not even, once again, paying attention to what time it was, that the chiropractor's not open from 2 to 2:45. That's their lunch break. And so I didn't, that was not a good place for a police officer to pull over. So I pulled in at 10 after 2, sure as hell, it's their lunch break. So I went over to my friend Sarah's, who had done me a massive favor, picking up some stuff at a store across town that just made my life easier today to not have to go there myself. And talked for a few minutes, and then I came back to the joint when they reopened after their lunch break. And sure enough, there's Dr. Sonny, and then the other doctor that works on Tuesdays, who I think is actually the owner of that particular location. And he's doing the adjustment, and he even said, boy, you needed that. I mean, I was popping like popcorn, like stepping on twigs, kind of popping back, neck, whew. And it felt great. And because that's why I keep going to him, because he seems to get me in the right spots, and it just does the trick. And so I'm standing up from the table. I'm kind of between him and the other doctor, who again I think is the owner. I think it's the boss, so to speak. And Dr. Sonny gives me a little low-key, I'm leaving, next week's my last week. Oh crap, are you kidding me? I don't know what it is about how they function, how the joint, how they contract with chiropractors, or what that whole deal is. I don't know how it works, but boy, they sure do go through people, which kind of stinks if you pick out one that you kind of like and you want to keep choosing them as your provider, so to speak. Damn. So I guess I need to figure out now which one works best for me. Friday after work is really the ideal time for me, so let's just hope that whoever's going to start filling in on Fridays, that it works for my neck and back. Yeah, so that's my little funny story. Dr. Turd, I guess Dr. Turd's gone. He wouldn't have been there today anyway, so I don't really know. I know the end of the month is coming, so they're probably not going to put out a new schedule if he's, in fact, not there anymore. But damn, I hate that Dr. Sonny's leaving. Good dude. We get along well. We have some common interest in sports and stuff. He's commented. Actually, it was serendipitous, if you want to use that word. I went in one day with a Pirates shirt on, and he's a Pirates fan. He's a New Jersey / Philly area fan. So, yeah. Anyway, we connected on that level. I've actually seen him out and about, like at the grocery store, and we've chatted. But anyway, so no more Dr. Sunny. I'll have to figure out another neck cracker for me. I'm on my way home now to put this meat in the fridge just to be on the safe side. And I still have to go to the grocery store. I might, depending on time and traffic, just go ahead and knock out a trip to Walmart as well. I kind of don't want to, but I really would like to just get it all done, especially if I'm going to have one day of yard work. I really got some stuff around the house I need to do too. I've got an appointment tomorrow morning. So, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how the time goes. I may end up just maybe go to Walmart after work, or after dinner tonight. At least it'll be cooler outside, I hope. All right. Here we go again. We're going to try this again. I'm going to get a look at the traffic before I decide whether or not I'm going to Walmart. I got to go through school traffic either way, but yeah, we'll see. I guess I pulled out in front of that guy. I don't need a lot at Publix, but I need stuff from Publix. If I'm going to have a salad with dinner, which I generally like to do, I got to go to Publix. I got salad stuff for Walt for at least tonight and tomorrow night, but I don't have fruit for Walt for Friday. I do for Thursday, so I'll have to go back to the store after breakfast on Thursday. Not my favorite thing to do, but I'll do it. And I have an appointment on Thursday. Yeah, I guess I'll go to Publix later than expected on Thursday. Or earlier than anticipated. Anyway, just thinking out loud. Got shit to do. So I'm on my way to Publix, possibly on my way to Walmart. We'll just see what traffic looks like. That's all for now.